Well, it's day 3 at DragonCon. I'm Gail Z Martin with the Chronicles of the Necromancer, and I'm just about to head into the Broad Universe Rapid Fire reading. Come along and let's see what kind of fun we can have.
And somewhat awake, and somewhat... And for your pleasure this morning, we have a lovely bevy of ladies from the Broad Universe group who are going to do a rapid fire reading with an emphasis upon time travel and other such good stuff, which we enjoy here. Without further ado, I turn you over to our MC.
All right, my name is Trisha Waldridge. I'm a member of the motherboard of Broad Universe, and Broad Universe is an international organization dedicated to promoting women in science fiction, fantasy, horror, and genre writing. And today, one of the things we do is rapid fire readings. And this is going to be close to what we normally do because we're going to fit 10 wonderful women into a 50-minute panel. So you'll all get bite-sized chunks of time travel and alternate history. So to start off, Clarion West graduate Ada Milankovic-Brown has received 3 honorable mentions from the Speculative Literature Foundation. Intergalactic Medicine Show, Podcastle, The Written Word, and Fear and Trembling have published her stories. She coordinates the Greenville Writers Group in North Carolina.
Thank you.
Hey.
And I apologize, I have to leave early to catch a shuttle.
Harvey's latest fiction, The Convent of the Pure, involving half-angel lesbian demon hunters in a steampunk universe, is the first in a trilogy. Sarah's previous work includes A Year and a Day and non-fiction costume history textbooks. www.sarahmharvey.com.
I read from this last night, and it's very steampunk and very fun, but I thought maybe if you all would be interested in a treat, I also have a chapbook of my Emperor Norton.
Catherine Hines is a fantasy novelist, lyricist, poet, co-author of a book on Celtic mythology, and author of 40-plus books for young people on ancient, medieval, and early modern societies. Her 6-book series, Barbarians, will be out in early 2010. www.catherinehines.com.
This is what I'm going to read is from a novel in progress.
Sundra Cameron Adams, who is on that side, is author-editor based out of Seattle. She writes science fiction, fantasy, horror when not editing research papers in medicine, psychology, biochemistry, and more. Her most recent work will appear in the forthcoming issue of Arkham Tales, www.arkhamtales.com.
This is also from a work in progress, tentatively titled Sarah Jean and the Faithful.
So, let's see. Emily Bush, former host of GPV's Georgia Gazette, recently finished writing a feminist steampunk novel, Chenda and the Airship Rothman, and is working on a modern mythological fantasy. Read the first chapter at blogservations.wordpress.com.
Well, welcome. I'm glad everyone could come today. Thank you so much. This is an excerpt from the end of chapter 12 of the novel of Chenda and the Airship Rothman.
Both available from Yard Dog Press. Her most recent short story will appear in the Bain anthology, Strip Mauled. www.tracysmorris.com.
And if you'd like to read Fish Story, it's up on the Bain website now as part of the free preview for Strip Malls. All right. This is Bride of Tranquility. It is a murder mystery set in a haunted Victorian hotel while the participants of a Renaissance wedding are trying to prepare for their wedding.
Catherine Mankiller. Lives in Atlanta, Georgia. Her work has appeared in Electric Philosophy and Fictitious Force. www.catherinemankiller.com.
All right. The story I'm reading today actually is in this issue of Fictitious Force, which is the current issue, so you can get it there. And I should probably, since I'm going to come in the middle for time, I should explain. Okay, Anne was abused as a child. She went back in time to kill her grandfather, so her father wouldn't be an abuser. The next version of Anne's father was an alcoholic who killed herself, so Anne has gone back in time to save her grandfather.
Gail Z Martin is the author of the Chronicles of the Necromancer series. Book 4, Dark Lady's Chosen, makes its international debut in 2010. Gail also hosts the Ghost in the Machine Fantasy Podcast, www.chroniclesofthenecromancer.com and www.ghostinthemachinepodcast.com.
Yesterday I read from the upcoming book that comes out in December, Dark Lady's Chosen. So today I'm going to read an abridged version for time from the first chapter of The Summoner, which is the first book in the series.
Wrote the book of Harry Potter trifles, trivias, and particularities, and her fiction, mostly fantasy, has appeared in numerous outlets. Rochleen also voiced Desire and Delirium in a benefit performance of Neil Gaiman's The Sandman for the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund.
This is the opening of something I haven't titled yet, that I'm referring to, the gay airship pirate romance. It's very steampunk, but unlike most steampunk, I don't tend to work with Victorian tropes. I tend to actually work with Regency and Georgian ones, although that's somewhat less apparent in what I'm going to read.
As y'all can tell, trying to find a reading that fits into 4 minutes is really hard. So I would like to have everyone say thank you again to everyone who fit into this very quick rapid fire reading. You guys are great. And I'm reading last. When I MC, I usually read last so I can adjust time-wise. So what I did is I selected a few poems, also in the theme of time travel, and alternate history, and I will read 2 of them. Wait, what am I doing?
Say www.yarddogpress.com, you moron.
www.yarddogpress.com, moron.
All right. It's the last day of the con. It's 4 o'clock. We're tired. But you heard it here, yarddogpress.com. Thanks, ladies. Day 4 of DragonCon, and if you're not exhausted, you haven't been doing it right. Been a great year. Hope to see you. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek of DragonCon. Watch for my other video blogs because it was a great con and we shot a lot of footage. I'm Gail Z Martin with the Chronicles of the Necromancer, the Summoner, the Blood King, Darkhaven, and coming December 29th, Dark Lady's Chosen. You can find me online at chroniclesofthenecromancer.com and on Twitter at Gail Z Martin.